Welcome to video 5.2d, another proof of parallel lines. So this is example 3. I'll mark up the diagram as we go. So given Kj is congruent to Mj, and Gj is congruent to Hj, and angle HGJ is congruent to angle HMK. HMK is really the same as JMK. This is the second time I'm making the video. That kind of threw me for a loop, so I'll put that in there at the get-go and explain that later. After all that, prove that GH is parallel to KM. Okay, so I want to get those two lines to be parallel. Okay, again, it helps me if I extend those parallels. So I'm trying to get those parallel. As far as the 6 ways to get lines parallel, there was that one odd one with the perpendiculars. That's not happening. The other 5 all involved congruent angles. All right, I'm not going to get any triangles congruent, so there's none of that going on. No CP, CTC. For problems like this, you're really looking for corresponding angles, okay? So as an example, I would really love to get this angle here and this angle here, or those two angles there to be congruent, okay? So what I'm going to do is try to get these two angles here to be congruent. Oh, they said this side is congruent to this side, so I will get this angle congruent to this angle, if sides and angles. Oh, they told me this angle is congruent to this angle, so I should be able to do some transitive now and get these two angles congruent, and then if corresponding angles congruent, then gosh darn it, the lines are parallel. All right, so let me try to write all that down. So I'm not even using those steps over there. So Kj is congruent to Mj, that was given. From that, I'm getting these angles here, okay? Angle, I'll start it off as JMK, but I could really call it HMK. And I'm going to call it HMK because that's what they use in the given. So angle HMK is congruent to angle JKM. Again, that's just those two angles right there. And that would be if sides are congruent, then angles are congruent. All right, now I'll state this given right here. Angle HGJ is congruent to angle HMK. Notice I've got a double listing there. That was given. Now I should be able to go transitive. I'll start with here. If angle JKM goes to HMK, then if HMK goes to there, that's where I'm going to be ending. So I can now say that angle is congruent to that angle. Angle JKM is congruent to angle HGJ by transitive. Oh, let's see what I've got on my drawing here. JKM is this angle here. HGJ is this angle here. So now I do have my corresponding angles congruent. So I'm going to say GH is parallel to KM if corresponding angles congruent, then lines are parallel. So there you have it, another proof of parallel lines.